Hello there and welcome. I think everybody would like to change their money paradigm, their perception of money. So let's stop and ask ourselves, how do we do that? Well, first of all, let's become aware that most people have a terrible paradigm insofar as money is concerned. A paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior, and almost all of our behavior is habitual. Do you know your perception of money, what you earn, how you earn it, was probably established by some ancient ancestor? It goes way back. Have you ever wondered why almost all welfare recipients are third, fourth, fifth generation welfare recipients? It's bred right into the genes. You are genetically conditioned. You're genetically conditioned. That's what's passed along from mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and on down the line. And their thinking is programmed into your mind. And then, of course, you come into an environment and it's programmed there. Ask yourself, what was the environment like insofar as finances are concerned when you were a child? Now, I was born during the Depression. And then in a very early age, I was in the middle of a world war. Times were tough. That's all we heard. That's all I grew up with. I had to really do some serious studying in my mid-20s to get out of that. And I was fortunate that I did the study and then I got the direction. Because most of the people of my age, they never did get out of it. But you see, I get into the book, Think and Grow Rich. You want to change your money paradigm? Get this book and study it. Or get our book. You can download it for nothing. Download our book. You were born rich. See, the truth is everyone's born rich. Most people are just a little short of money.
Happy Friday! It's Friday. Sound check, sound check. Yes, awesome. I hope you love that clip from Bob. It's Friday. Yes, happy Friday, Nectar. Thank you for jumping on here. Uh, Happy hour, I would say. This morning I was posting this concept I learned. The idea came for me, and I'm going to be sharing real soon about happy hour. I did a month this morning. I did a mastermind at 5:30. Friday is my happy day. Mastermind with coaches from all over the world at 6 o'clock. Actually, we changed it to 6 o'clock Pacific time. I'm in here in Orange County. It's 6 p.m. now. I've been up since 5:30 preparing mastermind at 6. I have my weekly month at it's called workout the day at 6 o'clock at 7 o'clock to 8. And yes, you don't need to have alcohol. You do, it's okay, but I haven't need alcohol at all to be happy. So that is my happy hour early on Friday. So welcome. I'm happy that you are here today sharing with me, and this going to be a very, very important hour that you invest in yourself here to learn how to be happier, healthier, and wealthier. We're talking about money today, the truth about money. Let's see who is here. Let me know, put in the chat here where you calling in from. Are you live or replay? Are you in the US? Are you in Australia or Canada? Remember, we have a lot of international audience this time here for some reason. Resonate with me. They're in my frequency. So if you are here and you want to learn about money, the truth about money, this is it. So sorry about that. Day 5. Remember, we spend most of our waking time working, trading our time for money. I do think that it is important to understand money. And guess what? School do not teach us about money. I'm so happy and grateful now that I can teach my two kids about money together with the college education that they do. This morning, I went in and signed and paid tuition for my son. He's starting August 24th at Black College. He returning to school to become an occupational therapy assistant. He's been working with autistic children, young, like 2 years old, helping them to make a difference in their life. Our daughter is going to UC San Diego in September, like end of September, for her undergrad degree in environmental behavioral. Well, it's a very distinguished degree. I had to write it down. Behavioral. I get back with you later. Yeah, it's a very interesting major, and UCSD is the number one now there. I don't know a lot about it. So you want to be a vet, but it's very interesting. Have to do a lot with nature, with science, with biology. I just blank out. I had to write down seriously on the day that we visit the school. I had to ask her twice and wrote it down. I never heard of that major before, but apparently that's the number one school for that. But guess what? Schools do not teach us about money. Nowhere else that taught me about money, not my parents. Maybe a different way I will share later. So I was like Bob too. I grew up with no money during the Vietnam War. I never had money. So, and remember, that was a belief that goes straight into my subconscious mind from a very young age, just like Bob. It create a lot of limiting belief, a lot of belief, just belief. You know, we call it belief system or BS or paradigm or program. You can call it that. So I have a lot of that growing up, just like Bob. And luckily, I met Bob when I was 46 years old. I was able to change that, relearn and unlearn what was not true. I just want to thank you for staying with us the last 4 days. And congratulations for those taking action by booking a call with me. I open up the call right now for one-on-one, so you can talk to me. Last night, so I have a couple call book. I have international call book from Australia, from Melbourne. Let me review what we have spent together for the last 4 days. So first day, we talk about your goal, a C-type goal, something that you really want, something you just want, and you just want it, really, really want, big and beautiful. It scares you and it excited you at the same time. It pulls something in you that you don't even know that you have. That is a beautiful goal. And then remember, you are now in the top 1% who know what they want, who have the goal in their hand. And then you can picture that every single day. Day 2, we talk about the stick person, your mind. So this morning, I just learned something. We have about 40 trillion cells in our body. And in every single cell, there's mind. Mind is in every single cell. Mind is an activity. So for your body, I was, doing my physical activity for physical body to move to your goal. You have to tell your mind, tell 40 trillion cell in your body, and every single mind of every single cell to do what you want. You got to tell it, this is what I want. And you do it by repetition. You do it by using your voice. You use it saying affirmation, saying out loud, using your vibration, your voice. This is what I want. Affirmation. This is what I want. This is what I want. And then guess what? Your body, your 40 trillion cell will just listen to your mind and it will do what it tells it to do. right? So now, and then day 3, we talk about fear and faith. When you think about that beautiful goal, what you want, something like you've never done before, something is crazy, something that you so wanted, something you couldn't even share with your spouse or your loved one, something maybe a secret that you hold deep in here in your heart, and fear kick in when you start to think about, I'm gonna actually do this. Remember, terror bearer, and conflict. You couldn't sleep, you couldn't eat, you think about what you don't want, you imagine the worst, you doing all of that. Remember, you want to move forward. Your spiritual DNA, your higher self, it want to expand itself, and you know that you want that. You can, you're capable. But guess what? Your paradigm is pulling you back. It want to hold you where you are. And remember, your paradigm is not you. You were programmed from a very young age. So you're in conflict, but it's good. That is a perfect state because you're going on the right direction. You're going on the right direction because your purpose, the goal is to grow you. And then you can move to fear with action. And guess what? For those who took action, you didn't die. You just grow. You just grow, right? You didn't die. You fear, you scare, you took that action. Guess what? You laugh about it. Like, that was it? You didn't die. You see that? So, but our mind will tell us that story, going that story. But now you know you can move to fear because freedom, your goal, whatever it is you want, is on the other side of fear. God places the most beautiful thing on the other side of fear. And when you move over there and you look back and say, that was it. I'm sure you did it before I did it. And I look back and laugh. And then guess what? There's that new idea coming on again. There's that new C-type goal because you want to expand, right? You want more. You want to run faster. That's how we are as human. We want to grow. And last night we talked about the power of decision. When you in that frequency of the goal you want, you vibrate at this frequency. Your current result is right here. You can't do that. You make decision from here. You make quick decision. You think, you act from this level. And guess what? You will attract to you from the universe, from the unlimited supply source, whatever you need, the money, the how, the people, the support. You're going to bump into them. They're going to pop into your phone. They're going to pop into your email. You're going to go to an event and you're going to go to the lunch table, or you're going to try to get some food and you turn over and you bump into someone, and then both you will spill your food everywhere and you just laugh and you become friends. And maybe that's how you met your spouse too, right? It's not a coincidence. You're guided. You're guided because when that idea came to you, God knows that you can do it. Otherwise, He wouldn't plan it into you. You know that you can create this. When the idea comes to you, you are capable of doing it, my friend. Every single one of you here, you can do that. All right. So now today we're going to talk about the topic of money. So put a 1 or a money side if that C-type goal is your money goal. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes. Remember, it has to be specific. It has to be very specific. You don't say, I just want money. How much do you want? 100,000 a month? 100,000 a year? 100,000 a day? Remember, the universe loves detail. You have to be very specific. I want more money. 1 cent is more money. You don't want 1 cent. You have to put in here exactly. I want $100,000 a month, $100,000 a year, $100,000 a day. So, law of relativity, there's no big or small. The universe does not know the difference between $1 and $1,000,000. You do. We know. We do know. The universe does not know. It just sends you whatever you want, whatever you say you want. This is what I want. You put it on your goal, and that's what you will attract. So, if your C type goal is a money goal, it's beautiful. Remember, you put a why behind that. Why do you want this money? What would you do with this money? What would you spend it on? Who do you spend it with? What do you do it for? It has to have a purpose. Remember, what is that beautiful purpose for the money? Who do you want to do it with? What do you do it for? For yourself, for your family, for the vacation that you want, for that car, for that house, maybe to retire your mom, something will send the kid to college. There's beautiful purpose around that, behind that. So now, let me share with you today. Remember, you cannot make decision on something you are not aware of. So now, awareness is the name of the game. Awareness is the number one. So today in this challenge, I bring to you awareness, a lot of new understanding, new awareness, new knowledge that you never heard before. That is good. That was me 2016. I never heard of this before. I never heard of any of these information before. And here I paid $100,000, 10 years in dental school, professional school. We were in the top 3 to 5% of the career, and we didn't know anything about money. So now today we're going to share with you, okay, Bob is number one most well-known teacher on money and prosperity, and he helped million people become millionaire and become rich in all area, not just the money. Remember, there's 4 areas of your life: the business, finance, your physical health, your relationship, your spiritual, your contribution, and to me, it's been to me so because I love what we have today, so I'm extending 2 more days tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about what does freedom mean to you. This is going to be amazing. It'll be Saturday. It'll be a special day. It's going to be very meaningful to understand and see to you, what does freedom mean to you? Like spiritual freedom, mental freedom, financial freedom, time freedom. What is it? What does it mean to you? And what does it look like to you? So school didn't teach us about money. And then as you read, think and go rich, you can go rich with peace of mind. You can go rich with peace of mind. And then guess what? You don't need to know any special knowledge. But guess what? You can tap into the best. You can tap into the knowledge of Bob Proctor, of what I've done with my own knowledge, my own experience. And I'm sharing with you in this 5 days. And if you just apply it, I'm sure you have breakthrough already in any area of your life, depending on what is your goal. So now let me share with you the truth about money, some of the concepts I learned from Bob here. It's amazing. Let's see. Let's go here. All right. First, we want to learn, what does money mean? The true meaning of money, what the purpose of money. Money will magnify who you already are. If you're a good person, you're going to do amazing things. If you're a bad person to start with, you have more money, you're going to do worse things. And all the war that we have, all the bad things that we have in the world prove that. If you're a good person, you have more money. It just magnifies you, period. You're a bad person, you just do more bad things, period. right? So now there's only two purpose of money, two sole purpose. Number one, to make you comfortable so that you can be who you want to be, do what you want to have, what you have. It's very simple. You have a house to live in, you have food to eat, you have money to pay the bill, to pay for the service you want, pay for your car. Um, like our patient paying for dental service, right? You pay for the haircut, you pay for travel, whatever it is that you want. That's it. Very simple. And then number two is to enable you to provide service far beyond your physical presence. When you have more money, you can help people from far away, third world country. You can build school in Vietnam, you can build school in Kenya, you can make a difference in place that you can't even be there. You can do it locally, you can do it globally. That's it. That is the true purpose of money. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And then later on, we're going to go more on, money is a tool. It's not a goal. So if you put it to goal in here, it's actually the goal is to grow you. Money is not a goal. It's a tool. You wouldn't trade your time, your life for money, right? But you trade it for the growth that you become, to earn that money, to the service that you provide. All right. So now, I love this. I'm studying the new Little Field here, another program that Bob had, and he said here, just like health, worry about money will consume our time and energy until we don't have any left. So if you worry about your health, you become sick. Just like money, when you worry about money, it will consume your time and energy until you don't have anything left. And that's true, right? So now there are three income earning strategies that I want to share with you here. So earlier I said that majority of us, 96% of us, doesn't matter who you are, you can be a top neurosurgeon, you can be a dentist, you can be whoever, you are doing M1. M1 income is you trading your, let me turn this up here so you can see better. Let me take this. There you go. Like hide that so you can see better. Yeah. So M1 income is a strategy that everyone, most like 96% in the world do. We're trading time for money. This is what I did in 2016. And when Bob pointed to the room, his pointed at me, you can be the top dentist, you can be the top neurosurgeon, you're trading time for money. And there's a problem, there's a saturated problem. You can only go in 8 hours, right? And if you don't go in, you don't make money. You go in, you trade your time for money, for the service you render. And then 96% of us doing that. And then there's the M2 strategy is the next 3% when it's money, using money to make money. So, money at work or people at work. The first one is people at work. Second one is money at work. So this was only 3% because guess what? It requires a lot of accumulation, saving, investment, so that you can have some money to invest. And then you have to know how to invest well too, because if you don't, you lose the money. So remember, you have to know people with specialized knowledge, with expert in this area, and you don't need to know, you should need to tap into that. That's M2. So it's about 3% of people do that. But the top 1% who are earning 96% of money in the world, doesn't matter what country you're in, what economy you're in, this is the truth. Top 1%, they doing an M3 income, and they own 96% of the wealth money in the world. What is M3? You multiply your time, your effectiveness, your service or you can call it multiple service for income. You leverage your time, you leverage your effectiveness, you leverage your team, you leverage other people money. So that's called M3. I did not know about that until the day I met Bob. I was an M1. So, and the only thing that you need to do, just like yesterday we talked about it, just like they want to talk about it, all it need a decision. A decision that you're going to create multiple streams of income. How many? You can create up to 8, up to 16. You can start with 1. You have to make a date. You're going to put it on your goal card and you're going to put a date. I want to take the first step and do it. All it takes is a decision. When you make a decision, the how will come. You see the opportunity from anywhere right now, from all over the world, and it all goes to your bank account. So you should never have to make a decision earning multiple streams of income. So maybe we have 3 main sources of income. Like right now, you can think of your active income, your current income. What is it that you want to make? Make a decision. Write that down. Write that number down. The second one may be M2. How much investment income that you want to have, right? And then number 3 maybe if you gear it toward your retirement. I quote unquote is retirement. I don't believe in retirement. I believe in rewiring. When we retire, you are just dying in the inside. You stop growing. There's a lot of nature. You either grow or die. So you don't retire. I don't call myself retired. I rewire to do something that I love every single day. So if you choose to retire, it's okay. If you choose not to go in and actively do your profession, do the industry anymore, what is it you're gonna do, right? And then what kind of money you want to have, so you have peace of mind. You can enjoy your retirement and do what you love and do your bucket list or whatever it is that you want to do. Or maybe that'll be a DC time goal, or what is it that you want when you retire. So decide on that 3 number, the current number, how much you want to earn, right? How much is it that you want to have to invest? How much is it that you want to have in the retirement account, in the portfolio, whatever. So, and the same thing, you start with an A and a B and a C. An A is something how you can earn, right? A B time goal is something you think you can earn. A C time goal is something you want. What is it that you want? Right here. What do you know you can earn currently? B is what you think you can earn. You can put some thinking into it. But C time is what you want. What is it that you want? That's the only prerequisite. Just make a decision. How many MSI do you want? Just write down right now, today, share in the chat, put it in your workbook. And guess what? It's going to happen. That's what I did. I didn't have any. I decided I'm going to have MSI. And now I have MSI all over the world. And you can do the same thing. Remember? So now, I want you to do a money audit here. But right before that, I want to share with you this concept. Let's see. Let's pause this here and then bring me in here. Let me drink some water. I want this concept so that it's easy to understand. And just like Bob, we love to find out the easiest way, the most simple way to explain it so you can understand, so you can apply, right? The story of me, I didn't understand OCAM. I hated OCAM when I was in Vietnam, but when I came here, an Indian professor in Pasadena City College helped me to understand OCAM to the point that I can tutor. I did AP tutor at a center while I was waiting for Loma Linda for dental school to accept me. So I made a living tutoring, AP chemistry, OChem, organic chemistry, something that I didn't understand. But when I understood it, and the best way to learn something is to teach. I remember one of my students, I did private touring. She became a dental hygienist in Loma Linda. She was so happy because she passed her OChem part. So now this is the concept that um, I use, and I think it's easy to understand about paradigm. I shared a little bit yesterday. So my wife is an optometrist. She got this Oakley Meta glass for me. Remember, it can record anything that I see. Right now, it's recording. If I tell it, hey Meta, start recording, it's gonna start record. You see, it start. And hey Meta, stop recording, and it stop. So when I ride a bike and I want to record, I I used to have to hold my phone and record. Now I just tell it and then record everything. It's beautiful. So now think of your uh, paradigm, your subconscious mind, um, like a brand new meta class that you got today. Oh no, you got it when you was born. You got it from 0 to 5 years old. You wearing a glass like this. So what happened in your outside world? What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch? It goes straight into your recording. You are too young. You are 2 years old. You're too young to choose. You didn't have a conscious mind to choose, to know is it true or not, or to check the fact, right? So guess what? Everything that you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch from even when you were in your mom's tummy, but mostly from 0 to 6, it goes straight to this recording. And it goes straight to your subconscious mind. And guess what? It starts to replay. It starts to replay. It starts to replay along every single day up until now if you don't change that. So everything you hear about money that you hear from your parent, your teacher, your neighbor, your caregiver, anyone around you, whatever you hear, like money is hard, we don't have money, we can't afford that, it's too expensive, we don't have money, we can't buy that, we don't have money, or whatever. There's so many things. Guess what? It's going straight into the recording, and then they start to replay every time before I buy something, before I do something, before I purchase something, that recording start to play again. You don't have money. This is too expensive. And they keep doing that. And now fast forward now, I'm 56, right? I'm wearing this here. I'm hearing the same thing from TV, from the news, from the people around me. So you have to be careful of who you're hanging out with, what you're listening from, what you are opening to receive. What do I see? What do I hear? What do I smell, touch, and taste right now? Who they hang out with? Because guess what? It's running, it goes straight to my subconscious mind if I allow it to. And then that recording will start playing again, and again. I made a post in my profile this morning about this. It's so profound. So now, think about your own meta class that you wear from a young age, from your little life. What was it? How was it? What did you hear growing up about money? I told you I grew up in Vietnam after the war. Checking. I got something from this here. Okay, good. Yeah, I removed the gas. So now, just like Bob, I grew up in Vietnam during the war. There's a lot of that goes straight to my recording. So let me continue here. So with that in mind, remember your story, your own recording. What did you hear growing up about money? So let's do a money paradigm audit with me here. If you're honest with yourself, take out a sheet of paper. Let's write this down. What is the most you ever earn in a year? You can share it here. You can just write down in your workbook, in your note, and be honest. Wrote that down. And then how do you feel when you think about earning 2 times that, 5 times that, 10 times that? What do you feel? Is that tape playing again? Yes, my tape playing. Sometimes it's still my tape is playing. It's not possible. This is crazy. How do you do that? You can't do that. You have to work a lot harder. You see? So, what money habit or belief you inherit from your family growing up? What did you hear growing up? What was that from your own meta class? Be honest. And what is that tape that playing, running every single day before you buy something, before you do something, before you purchase something, before you make a money decision? What is it? So let me read this to you if you recognize that, because I have that. We can't afford that. That's too expensive. We hear that multiple times a day growing up. Money is, complete the sentence, money is evil. Rich people are greedy. Rich people are mean. Rich people are this and that, blah, blah, blah. I could never do that. I have to work hard to earn money. You see that? That is my recording. I'm sure it was your too, if you're honest with yourself. So now, here is the step to shift your money paradigm. So I invite you to spend maybe the next 7 days identifying the limiting belief about money and catch yourself. What is that meta recording playing again? So expensive. You can't afford that right now. Just notice that. That's the first step. Awareness. Notice that is going on in your mind every single day. I did that. Bob did that. Phase 2, you interrupt the phase. You call it out. That is not mine. That is a BS program. It's a bullshit program. It's a belief system. Lighter. Excuse my French. BS is a belief system. It's a bullshit program that we are buying to. So, and remember, it was not your program. It was from the past. It's from parent, teacher. They did the best they could with what they have. And then they might got it from their parent too. And their parent get it from their parent, grandparent. So it passed down from generation. And a lot of them didn't make sense at all. And here we are, we're just accepting it. That was it for me until 46 years old. I accepted all of that without questioning, without reevaluating it. I didn't know where it came from. My great grandparent. Remember, they did the best they could. Maybe from some of our teacher. School. Now, replace the new phase. Reinforce it daily with repetition and emotion. And that's how we re-record that programming. Who are you listening to? Who are you surround yourself with? What kind of information you open to? Are you listening to people who make millionaire, who are wealth? Because they are showing you how to do the same. That's what most successful people do. I think all successful people do. You grow yourself and you make impact by helping someone do the same. Right? Now think about the most successful people, most wealthy people in the world. Any of them, all of them, they're doing something to make a difference in the world. Isn't that true? Yes. Think about that. Now, this is a visual picture of what I just shared with you. For example, if your goal is to make $100,000 a month, passive or active income, doesn't matter, whatever your goal you set. It can be an MSI, and you can start, you make a decision. So you'll be writing this down, your goal right there. And then you'll be excited, you'll be affirming, yes, I can travel like I want, I have time freedom, I can buy the house that I want, I can give to the cause that I want to. This is what I really want to earn. But guess what? Deep down somewhere, that recording came up and saying, I'm not worthy enough. Am I being greedy? That never worked. I have to work harder. This one, I have to work harder like the fly yesterday. I never earned over $10,000 a month before. It's not possible. I could not do it. You see? So whatever it is that going into your subconscious mind, into your meta recording since a young age, it's not your fault. But it's still running it right now. But when you're aware of it, you can change it. And using the information I help you up until today, you can change that. So right here, do it now, right now with me on the happy hour today. You rewrite your new money paradigm in the present tense. Begin with, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and then you state what is it that you want. Read it morning and night for the next 7 days. You impress on your subconscious mind, what is it that you want? You say it out loud, you record it, you write it, you say it with your own voice. That's auto-suggestion from yourself to yourself. That's the best suggestion. Instead of listening to someone else, it's your voice. Because your self, your mind within your body will listen to what you tell it. So tell it a different story. Tell it what you want. What is it that you really want? So this is an example you can use here. You can take a picture, reach out to me. I can send to you. You use it on your cell phone, screensaver. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantity to multiple sources on a continuous basis. This is a new recording. If you listen to it multiple times, it goes straight to your subconscious mind. And then guess what? You'll be in that vibration of the person who already have that goal, and you will attract to you whatever you need from the universe. And that is the how. And you do not need to know where it's coming from, because it's coming from everywhere. There's no limit of where it's coming from. So I'm so happy and grateful now that money come to me easily and effortlessly. If that's what you want, yes, you can. You can do it easy. There's always an easier way. Doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't have to be that fly yesterday. That's a belief that we had. Now we can adopt. If you think it's easy, it's easy. Remember, money comes to people, not from them. So serve people and you become the channel for wealth. Money is a servant, a tool. You are the master. Money must circulate. It meant to be used, enjoy, and circulate. So prosperity means when you use your money, you circulate and using it. You circulate, you use it for growth, you use it for your vacation, you use it for your experience. So Bob said that from years of talking to people from all over the world, what most people want are three things: no concern about money, they want to wake up excited about what they do every single day, and they spend time with people who are upbeat and inspiring. That's what people want. So, and Warren Buffett, the most wealthy person in one of the most wealthy person in the world now, he used 6 hours a day to himself. That's freedom, because you cannot give what you don't have. Give to yourself. Bet on yourself. So, energy is, that's one of the law. Thought is energy. Money is energy. Money is an idea. Everything is from an atom. Everything is the same, just vibrate differently. So what are you vibrating in form? So now I want to help you with this 4 habits of financial freedom. Number 1, habit of increasing income. Remember, paradigm is habit of saving and investing and compounding to mental attitudes first. If it happened in your mind, it will happen in your life. Habit of generosity, good for the soul, giving complete the cycle of abundance. Of a habit of debt reduction, and it's an unemotional life. Detach the emotion of resentment. Never blend that emotion of lack. Abstinent of that. Debt is just on the other side of compounding. So if you have the book You Were Born Rich, you understand that in chapter 2, I'll talk about that. Never think about that. If that is a goal, you'll always be in that because you think about that. Instead, you think about prosperity. You think about creating income that surplus that debt, and that will eliminate itself. That's an easier way to think. So, you see here, I think that should be it. I don't want to go into there. All right. So those are powerful concept and truth about money that I did not know until I was 46 years old. I didn't learn it from school, didn't learn it from my parents, didn't learn it from a lot of business coaching too. So now here you are, understand that will help you. What is it that you know, what you feel about money? What is the relationship that you have with money growing up? What is the frequency and vibration, the feeling about money that you have? Because the universe will listen to your thought and your feeling about that. Whatever you send out, the universe will send that right back to you. So what do you feel right before you spend the money? What do you feel right before you, or right after you pay for your tax or your money, like tax even, right? So let's go back here to the workbook, page 25. We're going to talk about law of compensation. It's the law. It's the law. When it's a law, it happens to every single one. It happens to me, to you, to every single one to apply it to. It's just like gravity. If you drop this pen, it will drop. It will fall, right? That's the law. So law of compensation states that the amount of money you earn in your lifetime is directly proportional to 3 things: the need for what you do, your ability to do it, how good you are, and then how difficult to replace you. That's it. So the need of what you do is always there. People always need, like you eat, use your teeth. It's dentist, there's more patient than we can serve. There's no question about that. How difficult it is to replace you will be determined by number 2, how good you are at it. As you continue to do things outside your comfort zone to grow you, your mindset and your skill, your ability to do it. And when you do that, your income will grow in exchange for the service you do. So now let me see here. Bottom of page 25, there's a question here. Think about a time in your life when you wanted to make a decision, but fear stopped you. And a lot of time, there's money that stopped you. I used to do that until I met Bob, and I make decision on what I want, not based on money. And that is when I make life-changing decision, following the decision the article, following what we taught yesterday. All it needs is the decision. So a lot of time you hear Bob say this and I say this, that you don't need money to buy a house. You don't. You need a decision. When you make a decision to buy a house, you find the money, you find a way, you find the resource. But you need a decision first. You need a decision first, right? So decide what is it that you want from where you are, what you get. So how do you feel about your current financial situation? Page 26. How do you feel about it? It just is, right? It's just a state. And guess what? You can change that. You can always change that. Now you know how to change that. You can change that. What negative belief that you have about money right now, from the exercise that we have, be honest with yourself and write down what is it. Your relationship with money start very young. What did you hear growing up? But guess what? You did not accept that program. It was programmed to you by someone else. But you are 100% responsible for changing it. No one can change it but you. You're the only one. And I'm showing you how to change it in the past 5 days up until today. If you follow the step, you will be able to make that change. Okay, it is simple. It was simple. So we were raised and taught to believe that you go to work to earn money. But trading time for money is the worst way to earn money, because our time is limited. We work for satisfaction. So you should do what you absolutely love doing every single day. You provide a service in exchange for money. You can provide a service and earn money while you are sleeping also. That's why you create multiple service for income, multiple stream of income, multiple stream of service for income. You can do that. And all it makes is a decision. So are you ready to make a decision to start earning more? It's a decision. So write down what is it that you want to earn. It's all take a decision, right? What does financial freedom mean to you? We're going to talk more about that tomorrow. What does freedom mean to you? What does financial freedom mean to you? You can share with us in the chat, or you can write down to you. What does it mean to you? Everyone is different. I don't know. What is it that you really want? And remember, multiple service for income, MSI or M3, it's not multiple job. Sometimes it's not even a job, because you don't have time. You don't have more time for more job. That's a great concept that you can study. You can invest yourself in more to study. So when you make a committed decision, all the money in the world will be available to you. You will attract to you the money you need every single time. We did this. Apply for dental school. We didn't have any money. Remember, we make a decision, we apply, and we found the money. We paid for it. We paid it up. Period. You did it. Now you can do it again for the next thing that you want, whatever it is. And I love this one that Bob always say, until you understand this, you'll be free, financial freedom. Bob said this: if money can solve your problem, it's not a real problem. If money can solve your problem, it's not a real problem. It's deeper than that. So a committed decision show up in two places in our life. One is in your calendar, two is in your checkbook. What seminar you take, what class you take, what coaching program that you take, what you pay for, what you invest in yourself, what you circulate money for, because that will grow you. When you bet in yourself, you win 100%, you win 1,000 times. So remember, tomorrow we have extra today. Day 6 is about what does freedom mean to you. We'll explore more on that. How do you get that, and how I can help you to get that way faster. For me, it was 20 years shortcut, 20 years faster, and you can tap into my resource and you can do the same easily. Day 7, we talk about identity, self-image. How you see yourself is very important, because you cannot outperform your self-image. We are coming up at the time right now, and guess what? It's Friday, so I will open up the Zoom. It's a multiple hour Zoom at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time tonight, happy hour. You can bring a drink in, we can talk about it, we can see each other, and then you can ask me anything, any question about the last 5 days. So join us in the Zoom. Any question you have, anything that you didn't understand, how to apply this 5 days to your life now, anything you seriously want, ask me. I can help you. I can show you. If you want to double your income, you make your monthly income, your daily income. You want to make your yearly income, your monthly income. We'll have the time and make more. You want to have vibrant health. You want to find an ideal spouse. You want to have a baby, a dream house, move to another country, pay off your debt, all of that. I will be there to answer all of that, anything. So we have 2 more days with a lot of tips, a lot of aha moment, a lot of sharing for you. And I answer you all the questions that clear up any doubt that you have. So that's the next 2 days. Okay. And then, so right now, I want to invite you to join me again, on that Zoom, and then ask yourself that question again that I mentioned yesterday. Do you feel like you're capable of achieving more, so much more, but you don't know where to start? Do you feel stuck in the same place and you don't understand why? If you like to start fulfilling your dream, but you're afraid of failure, if you try everything, single thing else, like the fly yesterday, like me before, CE, more marketing, more patient, try everything and nothing worked, and now you know what it is. There's something deep inside. I invite you to book a call with me. The link is in the portal, link is in the WhatsApp group. You can find everywhere. Book a call with me. I will be available tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. I have a lot of activity, but I open up. I would love to take the call. I would love to jump on a call and talk to you one-on-one, every single one of you. If you're open to see what it is that blocking you, how I can help you, what is it that you really want. Sometimes just an honest conversation to yourself, that what is it that you really want, how you want your life to be. And I can help you. I just want to help you to create clarity and awareness about how you can live your life the way you want it, how you can smile from the inside out again, how you can enjoy every single minute. You can go into work and love it again, or whatever it is you want. anything that you seriously want. Join us today. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Happy hour on a beautiful Friday. I'm jumping off here, maybe grab something to eat real quick, and then 7:30 we'll be in the Zoom. Uh, Thank you. Good night, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. And I'm saying you love. Thanks.